Hello and welcome one and all as we continue making our way through Hell's Paradise. We're up to episode 7 now, which puts us at the halfway point for the season, and while I have been liking the series so far and think that it is fairly good, it is the case that I do wish it were a bit more consistent. Every show is going to have some episodes that are better than others, but I feel like the fact that I've called attention to what I consider to be the very up and down nature of this series shows that there's a really big disparity between the good parts of the show and the bad parts. And it's a shame, because I feel like some of the good parts of the show are really good. And honestly, even the quote-unquote bad parts of this show aren't really that bad if you compare them to other standard shonen anime quality. But if you're talking internal consistency and just comparing the show to itself, I really do feel like I'm on a roller coaster when it comes to the quality sometimes. I'm really hoping things even out in that regard, and I think this is going to be a fairly lore-heavy episode, so maybe now's the time for them to do it, but I guess we'll just have to see. But of course, as part of the intro, I do need to encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the video. And if you really want to show your support, you can even check out the Patreon, linked in the description below. But now, on to the episode. Oh, we're getting right back into whatever this was. I'd maybe leave. This feels more uncomfortable than the, Uh-oh. Soshin. Oh, that must be the weird creatures. They do indeed make it sound like that, yeah. Bakemon. Oh. Scare arousal is in full effect. Don't be gross. Wow. Got some very differing opinions going on here. Huh. I wish I could do that. And you are. They're going to be introduced after the intro, I guess. You know, the Bandit King asked if they were monsters too, and, you know, whether they are monsters in the same sense that the weird creatures that we've seen roaming the island are, or if there's something completely different. I think they're probably something very different. Seeing the physical transformation, let's call it. Flowers and offerings. Seeing the physical transformation, let's call it, did serve to show us that, you know, it wasn't just talk. That these creatures are not human. There is something else going on with them. That is some very bright pink hair. Oh, hello. Why is she, like, trying to hide herself? Like, she's running away, but she's not just running away. She's also trying to hide herself under that. You deal with it. You deal with this thing. I'm off. And for Sagiri, it's not even about, like, ditching them so she doesn't have to deal with it. For her, it's, like, strict professionalism. Like, I need to... Huh? What? What am I looking at? Ew. Look at her go. Wild child. Oh! Get flipped. That's a fair point, Sagiri. Oh my god. Was it? I don't know if that's really accurate. Straightforward, maybe. Simple, not so much. You're scaring her. How? How? Now you've done it. Oh. That's, No, she is not. Oh, come on. We didn't get to see it either? How rude. Is that really that surprising to you? You have no leads! Asking her seems safer. Disagree. I am thrown off that this wooden creature sounds like a robot.
1000年前まではこうではなかった。
1000年。
家に案内する。
Moving on. By the way, it wasn't like this 1,000 years ago. 1,000 years ago. Anyway, let's keep moving. Let's I'll show you around.
なんとかしろあの女。
Why are you pointing a stick at him, Gabimaru?
本来のお役目を
Ah,
忘れて
I see. I haven't forgotten my. Oh, that feels good. So, I like the pretty flower petals, but what's with the seals? Like the talismans, or however you want to call them.
食べ物もある。
I mean, the Kunoichi said they had plenty of food.
とにかく一刻も早く島のことを聞き出し、
He's having a real hard time.
毒など入ってない。あの子も食べるもの。
That doesn't. I mean, but if she's not human, then that doesn't necessarily mean they'll be fine eating the food.
わあ食べ物じゃんつうか先に食べてるし
すみません。
Are you?
本当に不老不死の戦薬があるのか。
That
もちろんある。
seems like a weird question for you to ask since you've seen it in action.
戦薬がある。妻の元に帰れる。
This seems weird to me that. I don't know. His thoughts seem a little odd to me right now. We saw his flashback with the village chief.
疑う余地もなくなる。天仙様に会えば。
What? Oh, okay. I was so confused who got brutally murdered. And
死なず、老いず。永遠に美しい。
ooh,
完璧な存在。
I want it. Heck the elixir. Can I be one of them?
せめてもの哀れみだ。それが最後の望みとなるだろうから。上陸した人間はいずれも死ぬ。天仙様が誰も返さない。
Why are you threatening this guy? Just giving you information, yeah. Like,
島の侵入者は皆天仙様に。
their aggression seems misplaced, not gonna lie.
だが心配するな。罰を受ける
And that's why I said yet.
ただ死ぬのではない。美しい花に生まれ変わる。
Yeah,
解
lovely.
放され、永遠の至福を得る。そして花となった命が単の源となる。
Oh, interesting.
刀で人を刺さない
え
うわ引くわ
そう。
They were
ごめん。
what? Okay, so they don't consider this this creature a person deserving of that respect, I guess. Despite the fact that they are providing all of the information that they need. Disrespectful, I tell ya.
島で生まれ、島で育った。数百年もの間。
Okay, so she's also centuries old.
静かに暮らし
Fantastic.
たいだけだ。邪魔はするな。
重要なのは戦薬入手にとって障害か否か。
Why would he, if he was gonna try to prevent you from getting it, why would he tell you anything about it?
あ
Gabimaru, please.
何してるんですか
The child is here and crying. Have some shred of decorum. That is a big scar.
これは灰と椿の油かす
Wow.
少量ですが本土より持参しましたこれで選別します
Was that really a priority to bring with you when you came here? Wow, her hair is longer than I thought. I guess it was tied
傷を
up,
消す
wasn't
こ
it?
とは私にはでき
She's so dazzled.
何やってんだ、お主ら。
What are you two doing? Gabimaru, I swear.
あなたはあり詰めすぎです
Is it like, there's no way it's just the translation that's using the same words. Why are these two so ridiculously similar in the ways that they speak with Gabimaru? It's starting to get eerie.
私がご分を注いでいると
She took it as an insult. Good for her. I wonder if we're going to come out of this flashback with him taking it easy a little bit.
休めというのも戦略的助言です
わか
I
った。
like her. I hope we get to like actually meet up with her by the end of the series. So this was like early on. This is a while back.
あらなんなりと
紙で 傷を隠すな。なんかいろいろあるのかもしれんが、わしは気にせん。君
Aww.
はそんなことする必要ない。
いえ、これは単にお気に入りの髪型でございます。
え、そうなの？
Really?
ですが、大将がそう仰せならば、そうします。
He's
ありがとう。
crying.
娘、
That was great.
傷を恥じているならそんなもの気にするな。わしは大きな傷を持つ女性を知っているが、その人は誰よりも美しい。
Yeah, it was a really nice message. I think that it could definitely come across as disrespectful in a sense, depending on how many different angles you want to look at it and how much you want to dissect it, but it was very clearly coming from a good place. Very, very much had positive intent.
何を優先すべきか、油を売っている暇などないと
Oh my
改めて思い
god.
出した。
Alright. Cool. I enjoyed that episode. I thought the pacing was good. I thought there was a nice amount of lore, kind of like I was expecting there to be this episode, and I thought they did a pretty good job of not only telling us this lore, but also showing it to us in the cuts from Gabimaru and Sagiri's group over to the Bandit King and his brother interacting with the Tensen, I believe. I am going to have to kind of catch up with the terms because I definitely don't think that I fully absorbed the vocabulary in this first watch. Once I go through the editing, that'll probably get better understood. So yeah, I am once again feeling justified in having high standards for this series, and I am hopeful that this kind of quality continues. If you would like to hear me talk a bit more about this episode, then again, let me remind you that you can check out the Patreon where I have my extended thoughts for every episode, because I usually talk for 5 to 10 minutes after the episode's over, which I consider to be part of the reaction, but most of the time, a lot of it doesn't make it to the YouTube version. But regardless of whether I see you on Patreon or back here again on YouTube, until then, take care. Bye-bye.